We lost.
We lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you win because you get to see our short film.
Oh, I was like, we lost what, dude? Yep. Okay. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about our 48, which we've been talking about for the past couple
But I
episodes.
figured we could start off with this. Our link will be below in the comments if you want to watch our film. In case someone just watches the first 20 seconds of this.
Yeah, good idea. Go watch our 48 film called Game Over. I've shared it on personals already at this point, but if you haven't seen it, the link will be in this. Go watch it. Super proud of it. We did not advance to the next round, but that's okay.
Because some people who did, ours were their favorite.
Yes.
And that's kind of what I'm just banking on at this point.
2 guys from that group said they voted for ours.
And they won.
Yeah, and they won audience vote.
Yeah.
Which is badass. But, dude, think about it. 53 teams, 14 advanced.
Right. Because
over 4 screening groups.
Because when we saw the other ones, we were like, all right, we're the bottom of the top.
Of our 14.
Yeah.
You know, and then there were...
I would say overall we were bottom of the top.
Yeah, we were... we don't know for sure, because I haven't seen all of them, but I think we were in the 25%.
Top 25%, but maybe closer to the 25th percent.
Yeah, which is still pretty good.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, still... And first year doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking badass.
I'm not trying to be Scorsese. I want to be niche. I want to be John Waters.
Ooh, John Waters.
Nah, he did some really weird shit, though. He had a drag queen eat a piece of dog shit at the end of one of his movies.
Like a real piece
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, shit. Fuck. What is her name? It's
He like...
Flamingo Fuck. That's going to drive me crazy.
He like actually made her eat it?
I wouldn't be surprised if she was up for it.
What the heck? What? Just for like a gross factor?
Yeah, I think so. I can't imagine the story like actually like leaning on that. But yeah, I know that.
It's just the credits are rolling and she's just with a knife cutting it. Oh, that's nasty.
I've never actually seen it, but I'm just very aware.
That's freaking gross.
Something with flamingo in it.
Pink flamingo.
Maybe. That's a movie, isn't it?
Maybe. Starting off with things we don't know. That's what happens. Everyone's like, you guys don't know what we're talking about. Well, we don't plan.
It's Moist Monday.
We just talk.
What do you expect?
It also...
Where's the Moist Boys?
This is the last Monday of August. So let's fucking get into it, because next episode we can finally drink. We freaking made it. It's been a long month. Jacob's looking up the movie.
It is Pink Flamingo.
It is Pink Flamingo?
Divine.
That just would make sense, you know, Pink Flamingo.
Yeah. Notorious Baltimore criminal and underground figure Divine goes up against a sleazy married couple who makes a passionate attempt to humiliate her.
What?
But I think it ends with her eating a piece of dog shit.
Well, that's a metaphor.
Who's the filthiest woman alive is one of the descriptions of this film.
Well,
it's NC-17. Jesus.
Well, she's eating dog poop.
Ooh, trivia. The dog feces in the infamous final scene are real.
Oh, God.
The dog was fed steak for 3 days beforehand.
Does that make it better or worse?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What the hell?
During filming, Divine was arrested for stealing.
Dude, what the fuck?
In her defense, she said she was method acting.
Dude, what the fuck? Why would you need to do that for real?
The night after eating dog feces scene was filmed, Divine called a hospital emergency hotline.
Yeah, because she got sick as fuck.
She pretended to be a mother whose son ate dog feces.
But it was her.
Yeah. Worst thing that could happen is she might get worms.
Oh my God.
All right, so we got to see that movie now.
If you listen to the Moist Monday podcast, you probably already have worms.
Jesus.
That's our audience.
That's our demographic.
No, it's not. No offense to our listeners.
Or they're worms.
Worms would suck, dude. Having worms, I don't.
Probably. Don't we? We probably do.
Everybody has worms.
Right? I mean, they're such a weird, like, little creature.
I've got worms. What does he say in Dumb and Dumber?
Got worm. I think that's just the name of the company. It's Got Worms.
Let's get into this episode. A lot of bullshit at the top, but we have stuff to talk about. Okay, it's a podcast. We can do whatever we want.
It's a podcast.
It's a podcast. How you doing? Happy Moist Monday, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Robert.
I'm Jacob.
That's Jacob. Let's talk about the 48 movie because it's out now. It's officially out. We can talk about it. We can wrap it up and move on with our lives.
Yep. Done with that. So if you don't want spoilers, I just watch the film and then come back to
Yes,
us.
because the film will already be out. It already is out.
And it's only 7 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a short film, 7 minutes long, that we're highly proud of. But we're going to talk about everything now. So if you have seen it, great. If you haven't, maybe go watch it. Maybe go to YouTube.
Yeah, give it a peek.
Maybe go subscribe to New Peak Productions.
New peek.
Called Game Over.
Yeah.
48-hour film festival.
And then who knows, maybe in the future you'll see more stuff there.
Yeah.
All from your two favorite Moist Boys.
Yeah, more stuff that we're working on for season 1.
Already featuring other Moist Boys too.
Ooh, featuring a very handsome
Because
Moist
I'm
boy.
going to say anyone who's on this show is a Moist Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or gal. Moist gal.
No, I'm saying I think Moist Boy is unisex.
Okay, yeah, that's nice.
I think that's fair.
You're a moist boy.
Yeah, because I don't like Moist Mutuals anymore. I like Moist Boys.
Oh, Moist Mutual is nice. Well, Moist Mutual is listeners.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah.
And then anyone on the podcast,
Anyone is
immediate
a
Moist Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moist boys.
Yep.
Today, the moist boys talk about. That's how I always start the descriptions of these. It's so funny. Okay, but 48. So it's been about a month now from when this episode was releasing to when we actually filmed the 48. So a long time coming. It's so wild because you get all this shit. You know, we kind of already talked about that, but we got sci-fi or school film.
And then the whole...
For our genre. What the fuck?
For the film in general, you have 48 hours to write, film, edit, and turn in a film that has to be 4 to 7 minutes.
Yes.
So everyone is given that. Then you're given 2 different genres to pick between.
Yes.
And then you're given a person, a line, and a prop that have to be in the film.
Which makes it a little bit tough. So the prop this year was a tray. The character was Jada Vanson
Or Jared?
Jared Vanson. They're a door-to-door salesman. And the line was, I can't remember where or when. So you have to include all of that stuff in the 48. And we picked sci-fi or school film, so we went with sci-fi. And we were like, what the fuck are we going to do? Because we can't do special effects, alien. Like, that's when you think sci-fi, you think, in space.
And then while we were at the meeting, I was just, you and I were talking the entire time.
We weren't listening.
We were just whispering and giggling, probably pissing off other filmmakers. Also, it was funny because while we were walking up, we noticed every group, you got 2 people to send to like this.
To the start meeting where you get your genre and everything.
And all of them were just us.
Yeah, it's just 2 versions of us where it's like, oh, yeah, that's you of the 2 of us.
Just 2, like generally just nerdy white dudes.
just-
one usually had a beard, one had a mustache.
Just making movies.
Yeah.
That was every group.
Just greasy geeks, and we were 2 of them.
Greasy Geeks?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good wording. It might be the title of this episode. Greasy Geeks. I like that. Okay, but we were talking about, and we were like, okay, what is sci-fi other than space? And then we started thinking, oh, Black Mirror, all like different realities. Because that's technically sci-fi, but it's like not. And then we were also thinking like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Just thinking where it's like weird, you know?
And then I leaned over to you and I was like, what if an arcade machine just beat the shit out of somebody?
Yeah.
And then that was it.
And then that was our idea.
Because we just kept laughing about that imagery.
Because we're like, technically it is sci-fi. It's science fiction because an arcade cabinet came to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's science
Well,
fiction.
it's also, I was talking to you, Frankenstein, the first sci-fi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So even though when our film was described, it said game film.
Yeah.
It didn't say sci-fi.
We were just like, we're going to be disqualified because they're like, that's not even a genre.
But we did in advance.
Maybe
so
that's why.
Maybe that's what.
That'd be so funny.
But they didn't send us an email. I feel like they would tell you what you did wrong.
Even though they were the ones who did it wrong.
Yeah, because we definitely did sci-fi. So we basically, the whole concept was an arcade machine comes to life and beats the shit out of somebody. That was the idea, and that's the film.
Yeah, that's the entire thing.
But there's so many funny parts, and there's so many funny things, and also there's so many things, like there's B plot points, there's so many things that connect and like foreshadow. Like I think we did a great job.
I love it.
I'm so proud of it. It's so funny. The weekend was a blast, but it feels like it was forever ago.
Yeah.
That's what's so wild.
Time moves fast, but also like it's weird that it's already halfway through. Well, when we're filming this halfway through August.
Yeah, we're recording this early.
But then like think about how long ago 2 weeks was. Like it seems so much has happened since then.
Well, and also what's weird about doing like 48 is you have a weekend to make a movie, which isn't much time at all. And then once you make the movie, the screening is a week and a half later. So you have to wait a week and a half to even go see it. So that week and a half went forever.
Yeah.
And then once the screenings are done, you have to wait another week and a half to know if you advance.
Yeah, and then a week after that, you can watch the films that advance.
The best of screenings, which hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, because this is our first year in or first film in like 2 or 3 years that hasn't moved forward.
Well, this is our first film doing
As
it
us,
as
yes.
us. Yeah. So that's nice. But it's the entire time you're just waiting, and especially like waiting to hear if you moved on sucked.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, God, I just want to know.
Because I checked my phone every 20 minutes for that.
I
They
just
kept
want to
scrolling
get
their Facebook.
it. I was just like, I just want to get it over with. But luckily, we talked about this last time, I just got back from like kayaking trip and I was off the grid.
Yeah.
But they announced to advance while I was off the grid.
Yeah.
So I also like, I wanted to like keep checking.
Sure.
But I couldn't because I didn't have service. But I mean, if we were to drive up the road, there is service.
Sure.
So I could have.
Yeah. But like,
I was like, okay. The first day, it was like, because they said they would announce by noon on Wednesday.
they announced at like 11:30 on Wednesday.
But like, I went kayaking Tuesday.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, all day Tuesday, I was just like, I just want to know. Just thinking about it. And then Wednesday came along, and we were going kayaking again. And I was like so clear, level headed. And in my mind, it was nice being off the grid because I could like talk myself through this.
Sure.
I'm like, don't stress about things you can't control.
Right.
Because no matter what, we advance, awesome. I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And if we don't advance, cool, I can share it with people, but still can't do anything about it. I'm off the grid.
Because also my thought
So there's
was,
no word. There's no problem to think about it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
the only annoying thing was that you didn't give me the link beforehand. So
Yeah.
people were like, hey, can I see him? I was like, he's
Yeah.
off the grid. I put that in our group chat. Like, Robert's off the grid till tomorrow, I think. I don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
because people shared all their films immediately. But I shared it today.
And I'll share it tonight.
2 days after. But it was kind of nice to be able to like, okay, so kind of like this perspective thing in my brain, just like, okay, don't worry about it. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
So then it like really, and then it also just made me like that, for that circumstance, made me like for all of life. It was awesome.
Shit,
dude.
you solved all your problems?
Yeah, dude. It was sick. Because I was like,
Threw my medication away.
yeah. Well, yeah, dude, don't even need it. Well, because one day or day one.
2 days or today.
Or today. I love that follow-up.
I came up with that one.
Yeah, that
I'm sure
follow-up's-
I didn't, but still.
That follow-up's great.
But it also doesn't make sense.
It does.
Oh, it doesn't?
It does, if you think about it. But it's just nice to be like, okay, I can't do anything about it. Why am I stressing and overthinking and not enjoying the moment?
Yeah.
So
Because my thought...
anxiety, gone.
Because my thought
I solved
process,
it.
my big thought process on the thing was, I'm not going to be any more proud of what we made if we move on.
Yeah. I'm
I am-
still hella proud of what we did.
And like, yeah, I would be more excited. Like, I'd be excited for this next step, but like, I wouldn't have more joy in the film.
Yeah. And I'm curious, like, there was a shit ton of teams and so many amazing films.
Yeah.
That like if we were to move on, I'd worried that we'd be bottom of the barrel again when
Sure,
we moved on,
yeah.
and we'd get like a bullshit award, and
Yeah.
that would piss me off.
One year, our team got runner-up for best costuming.
Not even best costuming. Runner up for best costuming.
And that's not been an award at any of the other ones we've been at. So they definitely made that for us. But what they could have done is give us runner-up for a good, like,
yeah, for writing or cinematography.
anything.
Yeah, for costuming.
like the word.
Yeah, it's like
so frustrating.
we were so excited that we moved on and advanced, and then when we got that, it's like I wish we wouldn't have.
Yeah, no,
I felt like such a waste of time.
we were so mad.
I was so pissed off.
You and I went to a bar to angry drink.
Yeah, just sat in silence drinking whiskey.
And our buddy was like, I don't get why you guys are so mad. Like, shut
Because
the,
you didn't have anything to do with it.
the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah,
I am a little mad that we didn't win best costuming this year
yeah.
for what I went through.
Yeah. So we can talk about it
Yeah,
now.
if you've seen the film, you know that was me. And if you haven't, the arcade machine that beats the shit out of the other guy, I was the arcade machine.
and
So
here's what a lot of people, it's a real arcade one-up arcade machine.
Galaga? Right,
Galaga.
yeah.
So it's made out of real wood. People are like, oh, how'd you make that? No, it's a real thing that we cut armholes in. And what's really funny, I
And
tell
I just
people
like
this.
I dissected the back and bottom of it,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Jacob couldn't see anything when he was wearing it. And
was
it was
just-
heavy as fuck.
Yeah, I'm here. You can like, if you're watching on YouTube, post a picture of my back in it. Yeah.
Dude, it's so, he couldn't see anything. So,
And I had probably like 50 pounds of just
Yeah.
wood on my head.
and it was such a bitch to get in and get out of. So like we literally had to film in chunks Whoa, family outside. We had to film in chunks and be like, okay, now you can take a break, get out of the machine.
Or like if I was like getting
There's a few shots where the arcade machine is doing things, but it's a close-up shot, so you're not actually in it.
I'm behind it with just my arms.
Yeah,
through the
which
holes.
is like if you pay attention, you can notice. I think there's a shot because I've seen it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
The shot when you grab Dane's head
Yeah.
and pick it up. I think if you look closely, you can see the arcade machine behind him. I think it.
Oh, really?
I think we fucked up, and
Ooh,
it's in the frame.
That's too bad.
But
Right?
it's like
'cause
it's such a, and it's kind of out of focus.
Sure.
But if you know, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Damn it.
oh fuck. But I caught that today, and I've
Sure.
seen it 30 times.
way more than that.
Probably.
You edited it.
Yeah. So, and I didn't notice till today because I'm just nitpicking. But like, so like we worked around of like, you don't have to be in it for this shot.
Right,
you
yeah.
know?
And
But
then like
it's
anytime
so
between
funny.
shots, I was like, hey, can someone grab this for because also my big fear was that it was gonna fall apart
Yeah,
on me.
it kept falling apart the other day, so we were hot gluing the sides and
Yeah.
putting screws in it.
Yeah, because we removed some of the back.
Yeah, we removed the back and the bottom so it wasn't structurally sound. But what's really cool about this arcade cabinet is we filmed the intro of the whole movie last. So like the opening shot and then all that stuff we filmed last.
And the intro is of a working arcade. Because also, for anyone wondering where we filmed, when I bought a house, that's the one thing I wanted was just my own arcade.
It's so cool because the entire film was filmed in this house, in the studio. So like the room we're recording the Moist Monday is the front door where the
Right, yeah, that is weird.
It's super weird. But
so yeah, if you want to see the layout of my house.
but the arcade machine still works.
Yeah.
That's what's so wild. So it's back upstairs. There's just holes in the side of it, but it still works and
And I
still
put it
plays
in the
Gallagher.
middle so you can't even tell.
Dude, it's fucking that's so awesome that it works because
Yeah.
we didn't think about it and we were like, hopefully it does work.
Right.
If not, there is workarounds.
Yes, because I have another machine that has Galaga on it, so you just need tight shots.
Just tight shots, which for the intro we did get a bunch of tight shots.
but like we like the wide shots too.
yeah, dude, it was wild. It was so awesome. I'm so glad to finally be able to share it and like not worry about 48 anymore.
Sure.
Because it's been like such a weight.
Yeah.
Or like, and also just like, I've seen it so many times, but like I can't share it with people. Like I keep talking about it.
And you and I have always had the conversation of we hate the things we make because we see it so much.
Yeah. And so like most people are seeing it now for the first time.
and it's nice to know like, oh, people do like it. It
People
did make
do-
them laugh. Yeah.
I showed a few people and like one of my favorite shots is like when the arcade machine walks. So many people laugh at that scene and there's so many funny things. And I love that because I've seen it so many times that I know it's coming and it's not as funny anymore.
Right.
But
and you were also there.
yeah, but it is still. I remember like when we were filming it and when we were editing it, we were laughing because we were like,
Yes.
"That is funny."
Well, because even though like all of our shit that we make, I have to be in it because it's usually just us.
Yeah.
I don't like me as an actor at all. So this was nice where I'm so removed from it.
Yeah, because
I can truly appreciate the character of the arcade machine because it's not me.
it's so awesome because you're the main villain,
But,
you're
like-
the second. If it was typecast or
I have
whatever,
the most screen time for sure.
yeah, you're second.
Yeah.
So because Dane's the main character, he's player one, and then you're the arcade
Yeah,
machine.
because I
But
bet
it's like
I have the most screen time by far
It's
because
like
there's a minute of just me.
Yeah, but it's so odd because like that's you, but it's not. It's a machine.
Which it's nice to not be me because my big inspiration for it was anyone who's watched the Wallace and Gromit shorts, the one where they go to the moon, they meet a he's more of a vending machine kind.
Yeah.
I don't know the point of him in that show, and they
He's
never
just
really,
a weird little robot on the moon.
but like that was all I wanted it to be like.
Which was so weird because I had never seen that, and then we watched it afterwards, and I was like, I kind of get where you're coming from. But this is way different.
But like that was just all I could imagine.
Some guy commented on the video and said it reminded them of this horror movie from the 1980s called Nightmare.
I don't know that.
He posted the trailer in the comments section, and I watched it. It's kind of like a horror movie. And there's like an arcade cabinet with weird special effects. So he's like, it kind of reminded me of this,
Yeah.
but he was like, it's still clever and different.
Like, does the arcade cabinet like stand up?
I think the arcade cabinet just like shoots like, it's very like,
Oh, it has like robot stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like arms and
no,
legs.
it's like legit, like, you know, like the laser beams
Sure.
and like, so very like Tron type.
Well, because that's what we wanted everybody to think our film was, is that it was Tron.
Yeah. And we were like, oh, he's going to get sucked into the machine.
Nope. Machine's gonna get up and beat his ass.
And one of my favorite parts, we had to, so at the end, you have to submit all this shit for like, you have to do all the paperwork, but you have to like submit like a log line and like a catchphrase for the film.
Yeah, I was really proud of this.
But like, we did all this, but I don't know where it would be used because it hasn't been used at all.
No.
But I'm so glad we came up with it. So I'll let
Did you put it in the description?
Oh, I should. I can add it on
all right,
YouTube.
Cool. That should be the main description. Is
Yeah.
Or do you know about what it is?
This is how we describe the movie. Some video games cause violence, and some violence causes video games.
Which doesn't really mean anything.
It does if you see the movie.
But still,
I love it, dude.
I love it.
It's so
stupid.
funny. Because then if you're like, okay, I've seen the movie, that makes sense.
Kind of.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It was just, it was so fun, dude.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy it. Comment below if you do. Comment on that video. We'd love to see.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun because it's like the start of New Peak Productions, which is cool because we've been working on New Peak for a while.
Like over a year
yeah,
now.
and like the people that are fans of the Moist Monday podcast, you know, the bird beak or the bird baby.
Yeah, the baby bird shirt.
Yeah, the baby bird shirt. That's the New Peak logo. It's the baby bird.
Which anyone, because you can put that on the, if you're watching on YouTube, show that. What the baby bird is I don't remember why you tasked me to draw birds or why I was drawing birds for this.
Because I had the initial idea for the intro scene.
Right, because we
our-
named our thing New Peak, which is a reference to one of our episode titles.
Which is a reference to Moist Monday. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is our New Peak.
Because we wanted to come up with a new title, so I went through every title of a Moist Monday, and I think I chose like 2 or 3, but it was New Peak.
Yeah, New Peak. It sounds so professional.
Well, because also it's like, I think the name of the episode is Our New Peak.
Yeah,
and
this
that's
is our
like,
New Peak, yeah.
And that's like what we want this film to be. Is like, oh, it's our new thing.
It's our New Peak.
Because we've been a part of, Rubber Duck Productions, Sketch Fan. I was in
Yep.
2 Steps to the Left Productions.
We were part of Twin Sun Productions, which is our buddy Chase.
I bet another one too.
I've been a part of Tiny Explosions.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a part of a lot of film groups and helped out with them.
Yeah.
But it's cool to be like, okay, we're back, baby.
It's ours.
This
It's
is ours.
Our New Peak.
Yeah, and we're working on freaking some sketches coming your way eventually.
But Robert thought peak sounds like beak. So you told me to, or I don't know why I started drawing birds, but yeah,
Because,
that's part.
okay, so my initial idea when we came up with New Peak Productions was like, you know how like production companies have like an intro card or whatever, or like
Right.
a closing card?
Yeah.
My stupid brain, my stupid little bird brain, thought that it would be so funny to have an animation of a bird on a branch, and then like it like flutters and flies, and then the camera zooms in and he like freeze frames, and the beak of the bird turns into 2 mountain peaks.
Right. Because I had
So
the
then-
idea
and
for
then
the mountains.
It
And
just
you
be a
added
bird
that.
tailed into peaks, and then New Peak Productions, where it's
'Cause-
like, what the fuck?
Which we can still make. I do have.
God, and it would in my mind. It would look so good, but also, what does that mean?
Nothing.
Nothing. I just think it'd be funny that the beaks turn into peaks.
Yeah, well, because I thought of the mountain idea, and you were like, "What if it's a bird?" I'm like, "Okay."
but now it's New Peak, bird beak.
Yep.
That's the catchphrase.
But yeah, so the baby bird drawing we have now was not a part of that specifically.
No.
I was just bored of drawing the bird I was drawing.
Yeah,
So
because we were trying to do like a stop motion flip book thing, so you were drawing a ton of birds.
yeah, and I have a ton of pictures of branches that I did do.
but we never did that. We still can.
What? Yeah, we can. It was
But
take a
now we
long
have
time.
a great ending card of the baby bird.
But the baby bird, it's got a baby head, as you can see from this photo that we're showing. It is a tracing of my dear baby nephew. I just outlined his head and then put a bird body on it, and my sister's not happy about it. But I did wear the shirt around them. My niece fucking loved it.
The shirt is so
No,
stupid.
she immediately ran. I was like, I like that. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's your brother.
Well, I tried to be like, does it look like anybody? She's like, no. I've never seen that
That's
before.
because it looks like a Sid from Toy Story creation.
Yeah,
you know?
because it's got baby legs too.
Dude, it's so stupid.
Well, and also that our official logo is still like a tracing. Like I like drew 2 legs over each other because like trying to figure out which one I like better. Also, that baby bird is available as merch.
Yeah, dude, and it's so
Link
funny.
below.
It's so funny that like New Peak Production sounds very fancy and like formal, but then our logo is this fucking dumb bird, and then our ending card is bang bang yeehaw, which is so stupid.
Which also you can just put right here.
Yeah. We came up with it because we were like, let's try it. And then we're like, stupid enough. And also, I'd love that no matter what the sketch or no matter what the movie is, that's how it ends. Because you're like, what the fuck was that?
Okay, but if we ever make like maybe a feature or something, we could.
Yeah, that's when the bird beat.
Yeah, that's when we use the real intro. That's fair. So it's stupid, but it's at the top.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it's kind of nice at the end because you're just like, What the fuck? Dude,
It's a weird button.
It made me laugh so hard seeing it in the theaters.
But people did not react in theater.
No, because it goes trailer.
And they're like clapping. I'm like,
credits,
no.
And then bang, bang, yeehaw. And I'm just laughing so hard because it's on the big screen at a movie theater. And like, I'm like, how did we get here? But why'd they let us put it? I feel like it's just
we snuck in.
Yeah, I feel like we just like got lucky, and they're like, well, I guess they turned it in on time. We gotta play it, even though they made a game film.
Right? Yeah.
Even though it's not, it is sci-fi. Okay,
It is. It's absolutely sci-fi.
it's definitely sci-fi. Super proud of Game Over. Pretty badass. I just want to keep fucking filming and making weird shit.
Which we're going to right after
What's
this.
really cool about Game Over is like it's not like raunchy or like super adult either. So
No.
like I feel comfortable. Like I sent it to my grandparents.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
my grandma commented on your post about
it's like just weird enough, but also like family friendly. Because we make stuff that's like, ooh,
There's swearing or
or nudity.
Yeah.
Or just like
Maybe
maybe
check
I
out
won't.
Sketchfan to see me mostly naked.
Maybe I won't show. Or we crawl around a vagina.
Oh right, yeah, we do that too.
Yeah.
Check Sketchfan for that video too.
Yeah, Dr. Jones. But like this one, I was like, oh yeah, this
We
one.
don't even swear in it.
Yeah, because the cuss word is cut off.
Yeah.
It's just.
So like, if anyone's like looking forward to more of that, that's gonna be a bummer for them.
yeah, because we're gonna go back to our roots of
maybe
making stuff that's not family friendly.
Maybe like we can like make another just like nicer one and start with that. But I don't.
It is weird that somebody commented and was like, "This is so cute."
I did see that,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh.
I wouldn't call it cute. I mean, I guess it
Sure,
is. It's
it's-
not. It's just silly.
The B plot's cute.
Yeah, because of Izzy's character. Yeah. I wouldn't call the film cute.
No.
I would call it what?
Well, our goal was just, and I don't think we really reached our goal, where we wanted to suck the air out of the room.
Yeah, because we didn't make it. We could have probably made it weirder, but I don't know. Man, because
We would have, I think we would have, if we did a different film, we could have gone really weirder.
Yeah.
But this one, I think it was the right.
and it fit exactly what we wanted. Yes, but I did like and people laughed in the theater, which made
People
me happy.
laughed at the right times, which is so
people laughed
nice.
multiple times. And then like the applause at the end was loud.
yeah.
Because usually sometimes it's like, oh, glad that movie's over.
Yeah.
You lightly clap. It was so cool, dude. I'm just so excited. I got some new camera gear, which I didn't have for 48.
Yeah, that'll be
Got
fun.
a freaking fancy gimbal. Got some LED lights that we're gonna start fucking around with, and
So glad you keep buying stuff.
and a suction cup mount because we have a few sketches where we're gonna need some cool shots, and then
Yeah.
also like in a car. I just like getting camera gear.
Yeah, we have to stay on this wave.
I know,
Of
we
actually making shit.
We just got to keep. That's the problem. Is we got to just keep making it.
Yeah.
You know. But luckily we've met some few connections through 48,
Yeah.
which is badass.
And we more cemented the connections we already had, which
Yeah.
was nice.
Which because people go, oh, okay, you guys actually can.
You
do
can
it.
do this,
You can
yeah.
do it. Yeah, and oh, you're proud of it too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm glad that our lead actor is proud of it.
Yeah.
I was worried too because I was like, what if we write something too weird?
Yeah.
Well, I think we told this when we first talked about it, but our lead actor Dan, who's awesome, deleted the script.
He'll be a future moist boy. But yeah, he deleted the script at midnight.
which is so funny.
Oh my God.
I'm so glad I told that story at
Yeah,
the screen.
me too.
'Cause-
Because I think my favorite part was right after where I was like, all right, Robert, you take him in that room and I'm going to go.
I'm gonna go distract Dan because he was drunk.
And I'm going to write the rest of this. Because I remember he slipped away from you a few times and he would come over to me while I was like back on like page 5. And he's like, hey, I have a few thoughts. I'm like, nope. Let me finish.
How about you go see what Robert's doing? It's like we were kind of babysitting him.
Well, 'cause when he gets drunk, he turns into a bit of a toddler.
Yeah, but it was kind of. We were all drunk at that point.
I wasn't.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was.
No, I wasn't able to get drunk that night.
Oh, I was drunk, but then also I was smoking a little bit because that was right at the end of July, because it wasn't August.
It's also the day after while we were filming, I learned, I cannot be high for this because I would put on the arcade cabinet. And I was like, you don't need to freak out. There's no reason to freak out. Just because I could feel it like starting to build where I just like, I have a weight on me.
Yeah,
and
he
then
got high and then put the cabinet on, and he's like, "Can you take it off, please?"
Yeah, where I was like, if we're not filming right now, I don't want to be in this.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, you're claustrophobic," and I thought it'd be so funny because you can't take it off by yourself. I thought it'd be so funny if we're like, "Okay, let's film, put it on, and then let's all walk away."
Well, that
because then you're like,
that
"What
would
do
be
you?"
that would be funny, but the issue is like, if I tip over, I'm fucked.
Yeah, the whole machine would fall apart.
And I would get hurt because I couldn't pull my arms in. Like,
Yeah.
that would be a good way to just break.
So like a really tough shot, which doesn't seem like it, is when you drop to your knees.
Yeah.
That was a really tough shot, and then we had to. We made it look good, but when you tip over,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
It's fine for what we did.
I love it that when you're dead, the gloves are there.
Then they're just deflated. It makes it
It's
gross. Yeah.
dude. Because you're like, what the fuck?
What was in there?
Yeah. That's because that was just an idea we had while we were filming. Like, we didn't write that. I was like, let's just put the gloves
Yeah.
here. Which,
Otherwise,
just,
it's just two holes.
which
and like,
just make it seem like, what the fuck?
yeah, what is
Like,
it? Now it exists with it. Yeah.
Deflated, but the gloves are there. It's gross. Ah, so proud of that freaking film.
Yeah, we hope you all like it too.
And speaking of freaking proud, Jacob has an announcement.
Oh, I do.
That I'm freaking proud of him.
Yeah,
why you pause?
I don't know.
You're like, I've never heard that before.
Someone being proud of me. No,
Dad?
I got myself a brand new job.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Woo!
He finally stepped out of his comfort zone.
Well, the weird thing was I applied for this job on July 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering
when I interviewed.
why it took so long.
So apparently they interviewed a shit ton of people, and then also the guy interviewing me just said like, "Yeah, I had a health thing." And I was like, "Okay," because like 3 days ago, so I interviewed at the beginning of July, and then I got a text from this guy middle of August.
Yeah,
of
a
being
month and a
like,
half. You didn't-
and it was just like, "Hey, can I call you?" I'm like, or like, "Can I call you like tonight or tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be off in about an hour," and then he just liked my response,
And you're
Now-
like, okay.
and then he calls me and he's like, and he was like talking a little bit about like, yeah, we had to interview some people. Sorry, this took so long. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
and
what's
it was
going
like,
on?
would you be interested in this job? I was, oh, yes.
Dude, yeah. What's so wild is I thought like a month and a half and you didn't hear anything. You're like, oh, it just went to someone else.
Right. All right. So the job is I will be now starting in October, which that's a whole other thing we'll talk about.
Yeah.
I will be refurbishing and fixing old arcade machines, and then
For a company called Up Down.
which is our favorite bar in Des Moines. There's also, they're moving all across the country, and I'll be fixing their machines
Oh, so
too.
you gotta travel.
Sometimes,
it's a badass barcade that has local beer, amazing arcade cabinets. What's so awesome, there's one in Kansas City, there's one in Milwaukee, there's one in the Twin Cities.
And then they're making one in Nashville, I think.
Holy fuck.
So I think I'll
They are succeed in Nashville. They will succeed in
and
Nashville.
I think I'll be able to like road trip down there,
Dude,
and make
the
like
one in Milwaukee's my favorite.
because they built it for it.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
also
nice.
I love the Des Moines one because that's like where it
The OG,
started.
yeah.
And that's where I grew up going to Up Down. It's so badass, but it's gonna be weird because you'll be working for Up Down, but not at the actual
No.
locations.
No,
I mean you'll be there, I guess, sometimes.
I think just
but-
to grab old machines
Yeah.
and like switch them out.
So are they gonna like train you?
Yeah, it's pretty basic woodworking. 'cause
And then just
it's-
like some
I think it's
soldering.
yeah, which I told them I knew how to, which I kind of do just from welding. Like,
You're like, can you teach me how to do this again?
well, I'll be like, oh, I haven't used this machine. What? Like, I'll do like that.
yeah, and,
shit.
and
yeah.
They'll be like, oh yeah.
There's also like, yeah, there's 3 guys there that like, there's 3 guys and a dog that work there.
oh, that's sick, and it's just in like a warehouse.
Yeah, it's a tiny warehouse, fucking wall to wall with arcade cabinets.
Dude, that's so fucking sick, dude. That's so awesome. Like, and that's also weird because you had mentally moved on.
Yeah,
and you weren't even thinking about.
well, because after I applied, I called him like I think a week and a half after I applied, being like, "Hey, any updates?"
checking
And
in,
he's
yeah.
like, "No, we're still like doing some stuff." And he didn't tell me I didn't get it, so I was like, "All right, I'm not out of the running."
yeah.
But then Up Down posted the application again.
Oh.
So at that point, I was like, "Oh fuck." It was just a very much like, oh, I wasn't good enough.
I wasn't. Yeah, you're like everyone that they first went through didn't fit.
It just like no. So also maybe second round wasn't good enough either, and then like they were like, well, this guy's the best. But also it was weird because it was a job I was very qualified for.
Yeah.
Because all they wanted is basic carpentry and able to drive a box truck,
That's it. Yeah.
which is what I've been doing for the past 8.
And
no,
also-
more than that, like probably 10 years now.
And also, you have an arcade and you like video games.
Yeah.
That helps.
Right. Yeah. And I Googled everything I could. So I was throwing out like little keywords there. I was like, oh, a Konami, you said. Like that. Is this JAMA? Yeah. Which is like
JAMA. What the heck is? I don't even know what that is.
I know it stands for Japanese.
Japanese main machine or whatever.
Yeah. I'm sure one of the M's is a machine. But it's just like, it's the basic arcade style.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, like, look at you.
but, like,
You're already learning.
Kind of, but I forgot. Well, that's also the thing is I just moved it out of my head. Like,
Yeah, because
a
month and a half is a long time.
Yes.
Especially like if you were actively looking for a new job, you would have probably already found one.
True. Yeah.
You know?
Which Yeah, I'm happy about
Happy,
that.
yeah,
Because otherwise I'd probably quit another job because this is kind of my dream job. Which that's wild too. Because I think what I'm most excited for is when I tell people what my job is. And they're like, oh, that's perfect for you. Like the idea of that.
Yeah, you actually have a job that you're excited to tell people about.
Right.
Instead of just like, oh, I work for FedEx.
Well, no, anyone knew. I mean, I'm like, oh, I'm a freak show performer just because that's easier.
Yeah.
And they're always like, well, does that pay enough? I'm like, no, my day job is blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
But now you can be like, I fix arcade machine.
And I'm a freak show performer. Like I'm very pumped about now.
It's very niche.
My titles.
Yeah. That's so fucking sick, dude.
And like, it's a job I can like romanticize too.
Yeah.
Because like you and I rekindled our friendship at Up Down over House of the Dead.
Which is fucking badass, dude.
I remember taking Izzy there and like playing video. Like
and arcade cabinets are just awesome.
I've had so many dates at
Up Down.
Yeah, where like we bonded while playing an arcade.
And now you're gonna be fucking working for them.
And I'll be making those. I'll making them work. Like people will have fun at these things.
And you'll probably be able to. I'm sure you'll have access and maybe get some more cabinets for your home.
I'm curious about that. Or even there, then I can just buy a broken cabinet
and then know how to repair it.
Yeah, which I'm pumped. Or even start a little side thing of repairing it for like all
because
of that.
That's such a small market, and I know like there's only a few people that know how to repair arcade machines, and like those people they're like traveling and like
right, yeah. Because I think it's like 80% sanding.
Oh, really?
Well, just because like if the side gets fucked up, you have to take everything off,
all the decals,
and then put a new vinyl on it. Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Which that doesn't seem hard. Well, I've done a lot of like I've done laminate work. Yeah. You know,
but also when I went for the job interview, I saw a guy working and he had Airplane playing on the TV while he was just working.
I was
like, all right, one of my favorite movies. And then when I was leaving, I saw him switch to Young Frankenstein. I was like, fuck yeah.
So it's probably just a cool environment to hang out and work in, and you can just to consume random media.
Yeah,
I mean that's what Up Down is. They always have weird movies, weird good movies playing, like old school wrestling playing.
Right.
Like,
and also I'm like,
they probably listen to a ton of retro music.
Yeah,
80s.
so I'm pumped about like it's everything I like.
Oh, that's so fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm just super excited about that. I don't start till October, which is kind of a mind fuck right now.
Yeah, because it's still August.
I have a month and a half at my current job, and next week is going to be the worst week of work because it's going to be in the hundreds.
Oh, wow, fuck. I haven't even looked at the weather.
Like 103 one of the days.
Jesus
And I'm
Christ.
just going to be in a box truck in there. So, because I'm going in on Monday to talk to like HR and shit, because like I still need to like go through like background tests and that kind of shit.
Did they drug test?
I keep like asking like, oh, do I need to do a physical or is there anything I'll need to do? And he's like, oh, no, just like some paperwork. So I don't think so.
Yeah, because I think they would tell you drug test.
I feel like they have to.
Yeah.
Well, they probably don't have to, but also like...
And also, it's a cool company.
Well, yeah, because they own like a couple venues around here and they run a festival. I'm like, that would fucking suck.
Well, and also, think about all the people that work at Up Down.
Yes.
Like at the actual bar.
Right, because I feel like if they test me, they have to test them too.
Yeah. and they're...
Why would anyone...
And they're cool stoner bartenders.
Well, also, what fucking restaurant or like... what
entertainment, yeah.
Well, because I looked it up, only 2% of companies drug test.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've just always worked for one.
I guess my last job, they didn't drug test.
As a carpenter?
Yeah.
Weird.
They didn't.
Did your FedEx drug test? Because mine did.
They did initially, and then they would say random.
Yes, because
I think my job would drug test if you got injured.
Yes.
Because of insurance. But
I've heard some companies will kind of like hire stoners so that they will fail those and then they don't have to pay for it. I heard of construction companies doing that.
What do you mean?
Where like they kind of know that everyone smokes weed there, so if someone gets injured on the job, they don't have to pay him out because they fail a drug test.
Oh shit!
That's
kind of shady.
While I was researching it,
but everybody
a lot of people
fucking
do that.
smoke. Drug tests are so fucking dumb because you could have smoked 30 days ago.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and still not pass the test. That's so dumb.
Also, like if I shrooms the day before, I'm passing drug tests. Yeah, no problem.
I'm eating shrooms right now, dude.
I'll piss clean.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
But after Tenacious D, there was random drug testing at my job, and my manager sent a message to me. He's like, "Hey, just so you know," and I didn't get tested.
Oh fuck!
But he told me one day, and then I had full panic attack that entire day. I was Googling how to pass a drug test, all that kind of shit, because we got really high that night.
Yeah.
And also, like, I smoke weed.
Did mushrooms.
Yeah. Hopefully.
From a stranger.
Yeah.
God, that was so fun, dude.
That's
so exciting, though, that you're starting like a new chapter. Because you've been at FedEx for a long time.
Over 2 years now.
Which is wild.
And I've hated it the entire time.
Well, because, like, when I worked there, it's fine.
Yes.
But it sucks.
You also didn't hit winter.
Yeah.
Or...
Well, no, I did winter. Because I got my.
you didn't do Dead of Summer though.
Yeah,
because you got out.
My
Cinco de Mayo.
truck. Yeah, my truck got stuck in the snow a bunch of times.
Jesus.
But it was always just a fine job. It just always sucked because there's no consistency.
Yeah.
It's just always chaos. I don't know how that company is in business because it's just always a train wreck.
But
it's just kind of, at least for us, I know some people do it as a career. It just kind of felt like a filler job.
I just knew I wouldn't move up there. And this is a job
And you
where
didn't want to move up there.
right, no, because they're miserable.
Yeah, fuck
everybody's
that.
miserable there. But like this is a job where like, oh, if I could learn like how to do the business aspect, 20 years, I would love to take over and run the warehouse. Like,
God, and still be working. It's a company you could see yourself growing in.
And also, I miss being in a shop.
Yeah.
I miss building shit. And this is going to be like the best shit to build.
Shop environment's going to be cool. And especially if it's a small, like 3 people, 4 people.
I think I'll be 4.
Yeah, that's going to be really sick because hopefully I'm guessing they're all pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, from
just nerds.
Yeah.
You know, nerds and craftsmen.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm hoping.
That's going to be so cool. Is it a Monday through Friday job?
Yep, 9 to 5.
Damn, that's fucking sick, dude.
I haven't had that in a while, so that will be different.
It's going to be nice to have weekends off. That's going to be really nice.
And like when I because I haven't told my bosses yet because I have a month and a half left.
You have a while.
But like I know when they like try to like, oh, like can we do anything for you? I'm like, no, I'm going to be working more hours for less money, and I am so excited.
Yeah, because you are going to be working more and making less.
Yep.
But you are going to get a raise, after 90 days, which is going to be nice.
Yeah. I fucking hate that though.
Yeah. But that's
I get it.
They just want you to stay.
Yeah.
Because
especially probably for like a job like this where someone would take it just because it sounds cool.
And then they go, I don't like this.
Or they're just shitty at it.
Yeah. But dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. After 90 days, I have no issue with like payment.
Yeah,
and all
what they're
that.
gonna pay you,
which
dude.
it's still like a little bit less than I make now, but
9 to 5 doing arcade cabinets
and wanting to.
I wonder
do it.
I wonder how often you're gonna be traveling and shit.
Yeah, that
I wonder
I'm a little
how that's gonna
curious,
work.
because sometimes we'll be overnight, so that'll be nice for like overtime and like
Yeah.
maybe it'll be like I'm hoping it'll be like a night where Izzy will work that night. So I'm like, all right, I'll just not sleep next to her. I wouldn't have seen her anyways. Like that kind of stuff.
It's gonna be kind of cool because you'll be able to go to the bars and pick up the cabinets. It might just be a real quick go pick them up and drive back.
They said like if it'll be like Nashville, like you'll stay overnight and like shit like that.
Yeah, because that's like an 8-hour drive,
Right, but
10-hour drive.
Because also I'm glad I'll still be able to drive because I do enjoy driving.
Yeah, and you could just put on a podcast, put on an audiobook.
There you go.
That is gonna be weird because you consume so much media at FedEx. You'll probably, you're working in a shop.
I can probably still do a
Yeah,
headphone.
you'll probably still be working in a shop. But that's one thing that was weird is I listened to podcasts and music all the time when I was a carpenter. And then when I wasn't, I was like, oh, now I don't really have time to listen to my shows.
Yeah.
Or like do anything.
Or I'm not going to be at home listening to a podcast.
Yeah. Sometimes I do, like when I put on if I'm doing a puzzle.
Or if I'm cleaning.
Yeah. But most of the time I'm just like, I don't have an hour and a half.
Sure.
Because if I clean, I'll be done in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
maybe.
because for that
So
I'm
I'll put on
hoping.
music.
For that I'm hoping I don't see why it would be an issue to throw a headphone
No,
in.
dude, I think
Especially if they're watching movies while working.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think a headphone would be like just fine.
That's so fucking
Also,
exciting.
I will be paid to play video games.
Yeah, because you got to make sure
that's like a third of it is making sure it works. And I'm curious, like, do you have to beat it to see if everything works?
Well, I'm sure you have to go through and make sure there's no, you know what I mean? And
So, like, what if
you're a video game tester, basically.
Yeah, and also like, I love that it's not like
So you'll be able to beat more games.
right. True.
Yeah, add
I'll
those
work
to the
on that
list.
one. So that'll be fun. I also like that.
Today at work, I beat 3 games.
I'm glad I'll be refurbishing. I won't be just operating a CNC machine.
Yeah.
And like just cutting cutting. I will be doing full
Renovations.
Yeah. And in different ways. Some will be a wiring issue. Some will be it got chipped.
So it's different problem solving instead of just working at a machine.
Yeah.
Because working at a machine is so fucking boring. I did that for so long. Did a CNC.
At this point, my only fear is that you could run out of work, but also like there's so many in that building.
Well, and also I feel like arcade techs are so small. Like there's not many out there.
Sure.
So I'm sure like if they run out of our up down machines, I'm sure you can freelance.
I think they do.
And like pick
or
up,
they just buy new ones and fix them up.
Yeah, and fix them. Because dude.
Because worst case, if you don't need it, sell it.
Yeah.
To anybody else.
God, that's so. I wonder if you'll be able, like, if they're selling machines, be able to get it for cheaper.
But like, I doubt I'll be able to get a good one.
Yeah.
Because if I could have any cabinet, I think it would be Miss Pac-Man.
Like a full cabinet. Oh, that'd be sick. Dude.
I think if I could only have one, no, because like, it would probably be Gauntlet.
Oh, that'd
Gauntlet's
be sick,
such
dude.
a good cabinet,
and especially the 4-player.
Yeah.
Is there version 6-player of that game? Or is it only 4-player?
On a cabinet, I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I've beat that before once on the cabinet, which is badass.
I've beaten it on like I think GameCube or something like
Dude,
that.
that game's so fun. I really want a full House of the Dead cabinet.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Gaming After Good's gonna get once we move.
Really?
Wes is gonna buy one. Yeah. Which is gonna be sick.
Also, like, maybe I'll have a hookup for you guys.
Yeah,
or something.
maybe.
Or maybe like also like now both of our careers, because that's technically your career at this point.
Yeah, that's because I don't have a job, but that's the one thing that makes money for me.
Yeah, so that we'll both be in retro video games, which is fucking weird because we weren't those people.
I know,
up.
which is so wild, but like
I liked retro shit growing up, but I wasn't like, and I liked arcades,
but it wasn't like, oh, this is my entire personality
or my trajectory.
Yeah, some people are like, you have a gaming channel? I didn't know you played video games.
Not on the channel.
Yeah. And honestly, before we started the channel, barely did. I mean, I played it here and there.
Well, because I didn't know you when you started the channel, and then I heard about that you have I was like, what the fuck is he doing with a video game?
What's he going to talk about?
Wait, it's kind of successful? Why?
Wait, it's really... Oh, wait, they're actually good?
Well, but like that was fucking 4 years ago.
That was
How long have you been doing it?
5 years.
Yeah, that was probably 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what we've been friends for 3 years
Probably.
again?
Yeah, because I think I was still dating my ex-girlfriend
and she's the one who told me
when
about
I first started the channel, and like I was making like the intro video for it,
Yeah.
and she was like, it's too long. And it's like, yeah, I know. But I like it. But and then like I think we broke up before we actually launched the channel.
Oh.
But like I was working on
And
the
she knew about it.
Yeah. And she's like, you don't play video games.
Yeah, because that's what she told me, and she's like, I know.
Look at me now. We got
some.
a Patreon.
I know, I'm on it.
It's wild. Pretty crazy. Speaking of arcade cabinets, have you ever been to Monstercade?
No.
I went there recently.
Because the guy who hired me told me I should meet the guy, because the guys from JC and In a Hobby, which we've talked about that.
Yeah,
It's our
Jay's
favorite
is
store.
fantastic.
I think Jay's owns that.
Oh, I thought it was the tattoo shop next to it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he's a part of it somehow.
Part of it, yeah.
Because when the guy found out I do freak show stuff, he says I should contact him and try and get a gig there.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Which also, now that I'm working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, I might try and do a lot of weekend gigs.
Well, dude, you might as well.
Yeah. Also, more money.
Yeah, and now we're gonna have like it is gonna be weird not having like a day off, because that's one thing that I missed about FedEx is I had like Tuesday, Wednesday off.
Yeah, and I had Sunday, Monday off.
And it was nice having a weekday off, because like you would just have a day to rest.
Also, it's a good, like, if you needed to go to the doctor or to the
nobody's-
bank,
yeah.
you can do professional shit.
You can go to the store and nobody's at the fucking store. Yeah, it's
So
nice.
That'll be harder, but
But the perks are fucking fantastic.
it's a job I actually want.
But the Monstercade arcade in Des Moines is fucking sick, dude.
Okay, because I've always wanted to go there, because I was going to apply there.
We
when
went
they first
there.
made one.
We went there a few weeks ago, Wes and I, and you walk in. It's a small building. You walk in. There's a small little restaurant, and there's all this like this horror memorabilia, which is badass. And like you can order food,
It's like
drinks.
pizza place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then I think they have like meatball subs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But then to get into the arcade cabinet, there's this old school Coke machine, and that's the door.
yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking
All
sick.
right, we got to go there.
It's $15 to get in, but it's free play.
Worth it.
So I think that's really cool. It's small.
But do you know what's going to be free play for us from here on out?
What?
Up, down? Yeah, I get unlimited tokens.
You get unlimited tokens.
He says I could have a key to the token machine.
Oh my god!
So I might like roll up like 11 p.m. on a Friday. Then I get fired immediately.
Yeah, but you'll just have bags of coins and be like, okay, we're going up, down.
Yeah.
I got you covered.
I already have bags of coins that I keep forgetting.
I already
about.
have bags of coins too.
Yeah,
I
I
always
know.
leave there more.
Yep.
I don't know how people give them to me.
Well, yeah, because anyone we go with always spend like $15 and they don't spend it, and they are like, well, you live here. So they're all over the fucking house.
But the Monstercade is really cool. There's a bunch of arcade cabinets that are like free play. There's a ton of pinball.
Nice.
We played and beat 3 games.
Okay.
Which is awesome. LA Machine Guns. Have you ever heard of that? It's
Yes.
a light gun game.
Yes.
With these fucking machine guns, dude. We beat that, but it's so well because it's a 2-handed gun, and like every level, your arm is sore from
Sure.
it fucking.
Yeah,
rock.
it's got a kick, right?
Yeah, and it's just that game's so fun. We beat Sunset Riders, which is it's like a cowboy shmup by Konami.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. And then we played this game called The Real Ghostbusters. We beat it. That game sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. It was terrible. You had like a gun and then a laser beam to suck up the ghosts.
Light gun or?
No, it was just a joystick with 2 buttons.
Okay.
So like you could shoot
Side
or
scroller or like front
vertical
down.
scroller, kind of.
I don't like those.
It was really weird. The levels were 10 levels.
Okay.
Very repetitive.
Sure.
Also, like your laser beam to suck up ghosts runs out of energy.
Okay.
So we were just using that a ton at the beginning, and we were like, "Fuck!" But since it's free play, we just kept hitting the corner button. We were like, "Oh, the game sucked."
Okay.
But I'm glad we beat it because I was like, "Okay."
Have you ever played the Luigi's Mansion light gun game?
No, I've never played that, but I've seen it.
Did I talk about it on here? I don't remember.
I don't know if you have. Because that cabinet's badass.
Izzy and I play. It's a weird fucking thing because you're just given a vacuum.
Yeah, it's like a light gun game, but with a vacuum, right?
The horrible design of it is that to suck up ghosts, you have to kind of like you're fishing and reeling in. You have to fight it.
It's like in the game. You have to.
Yeah, you have to fight it. But the thing is, there's two of you in there swinging around this plastic vacuum. You smack each other. You hit vacuum.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fucking mess in there.
I'm sure that breaks all the time.
I bet it's not cheap to fix.
Yeah, because those cabinets, it's a sit-in cabinet, so they're huge.
Yeah, with the curtain and all that. Yeah.
Dude, there's a House of the Dead House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn sit-in cabinet.
Yeah, Izzy and I broke that one.
Oh, that game's badass.
We beat the second boss and then it just didn't move on. And then we just snuck out.
Because it like blows air on you and the seat vibrates. And
I love those ones where, is that one where it checks your pulse?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
There's a couple with that. And like, I remember it was me and Henry and we went on that one. We're like, this is going to be stupid. Scared the shit out of it because it like, the first scene is like glass breaks and it like shoots air at you and it's so loud.
And you're just like, Jesus Christ. Arcade cabinets are so much freaking fun. Did you know that the Dave & Buster's is open?
Really?
Yeah, the Dave & Buster's in Des
There's
Moines.
a new one in West Des Moines. Yeah.
It's open now.
Because like, I like them, but they're not classic arcade.
No, but
and neither is like these new House of the Dead stuff. Like I don't think they do compare to a classic.
No, it's way different, but they do have
fun.
they're fun. It's
Yeah.
a different type of experience, but it's weird because you got to get like a card and you scan credits. And,
I mean, I have a couple of cards from different arcades around here.
but like they have like there's like a modern Time Crisis game which is badass.
Time Crisis is great.
It's got Time Crisis 5
the
with
two pedals
with the foot pedals,
Yeah.
where you can duck. And we played through that one at the Dave & Buster's in Omaha. That game is awesome. But then they have like the Luigi's Mansion and they got a bunch of cool stuff like like the Mario Kart racer,
Sure.
shit like that. It's fun. It's like a fun like let's go for a day, have some beers.
Yeah.
You can get food there.
It's just I like. Well, it's not even nostalgia for us. It's
No.
just I like
classic arcade cabinets.
Well, I do remember being taken to an arcade as a kid a bunch. It was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, it was like something like not Happy Joe's because that's a pizza place.
Happy
right?
Joe's had arcade cabinets.
But like this was an arcade.
Oh, okay. Happy Joe's was cool though.
Sure, it was something. The name was similar to that, and I remember that's where I first found Gauntlet, and also
fuck
the
yeah.
6-player X-Men.
Oh, dude, it's
Which that
incredible.
That was always my favorite.
Yeah, that game's fucking
But I remember
badass.
going there a bunch as a kid. Like my dad would take me.
I don't think I ever went to an arcade. I would just play arcade machines like at movie theaters or
Sure.
where it was tacked on.
Yeah, because it was in Des Moines, but I was such a kid I didn't know the layout,
and it's
So
probably gone.
Well, and like I don't know where my parents took me as a child. Isn't that weird? Where
Yeah.
like you just kind of ended up places, but now as an adult, you're like, oh, that's where it is. That's,
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, we would go visit my step grandpa in the nursing home.
Sure.
And it was like right by the airport.
Yeah.
Like behind like a hotel. And I remember like we'd always get on the interstate. It took forever to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And now I drive past it every day. And I'm just like, that's so weird as a kid. I was
Time
Yes.
dilation as a kid to adult is weird.
And we'd come in from the backside and I'm like,
Sure.
why would we like that's so weird.
But also you think of it as a kid when you're 8.
Yeah.
20 minutes is so different than 20 minutes as an adult. Also because it's if you think of the percentage
of being
time,
alive, yeah.
It's like such a fucking chunk.
That's why the older you get, time goes faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like now that there's like kids in my life, that's fucking to see how like
See how fast they're growing?
like my nephew, he's kind of looks like a kid now and it's pissing me off. Like
Because, yeah, he
certain
grows
angles
fast.
he's not a baby anymore because he turned 1 in February. So yeah, he's
still young.
but one and a half, that's like
Yeah,
Like-
but that's it's so wild because like when you're that age, you feel like you're such a young kid for so long.
Yeah.
especially like when you're in elementary school, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna be a 6th grader next year. Can't
That's
wait.
fucking
and
weird,
then
yeah.
it's just like, but as an adult, you just because as an adult you stay the same looking.
Yeah.
and then you just see this person go.
Well, 'cause that's something I've talked about with Izzy is like I will look like this for the rest of my life, like exactly like
Yeah,
this.
just like with
Just, this will get more gray. And that's it. because I'll never have a different hairstyle. I'll never have I don't think I'll ever grow a bigger beard or anything.
Yeah, you'll just have maybe a beard or just a mustache.
And forever.
Forever, yeah.
Because I'm not ever gonna retire from sideshow unless I really fuck my.
Unless you get fucking hurt.
But also, like, then I'm still like, all right, I just won't do that. Like, I'll just stop breathing fire. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
There's no need to ever stop blockhead. Or
stop entirely.
Like, so like, I'll always have the mustache. I need to trim it.
Well, it's like because you're a cartoon character, you know.
But like, I will. Like, when I shaved my head, I was like, all right, are you okay with this?
Forever. I think you gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to be.
Because like, also like I don't know if I can get fat yet. Well, not yet, but like eventually, I don't know if I'll like. It will take a while.
If you'll pudge up.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I'm getting there.
Well, you've been working out lately.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trying to. I was going kayaking, so I didn't work out a ton. But
That is a
kayaking
workout.
was a workout. A lot of. It's outside in the sun.
Day one
Or
what?
Or one day.
One day or
Day one. Yeah. So
day two.
today. Dude.
Like, that one's not inspirational. It's just it's two of the same things. Is it day 2 or is it 2 day? Yes.
It's today. When I was out kayaking, I was putting on sunscreen. It was like this weird sunscreen I'd never like. It was like really weird because it like didn't rub in. It made my skin look like white.
Oh, so it had a lot of zinc in it.
Yeah,
that's good for tattoos.
But like so
Makes
literally
a more physical
like,
barrier.
Yeah, so like my skin looked pink.
Sure.
It was weird, but like when I sprayed it on and like rubbed it in, it turned all my hair gray.
Oh,
because like it was like white.
Yeah.
You know, so like. I think my friend took a photo while I was there, and like all my chest hair was gray, and my eyebrows were gray, and I was like, "That's what I'm gonna look like when I'm older."
How was it?
I didn't like it.
No.
Also, I don't like seeing myself without a shirt on to begin with in photos.
Oh, okay.
And then it was gray, and I was like,
"That's worse."
What the fuck? Yeah, and then I have like these fucking tank top burn lines.
Yeah.
On top of that, I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
I've seen
Delete
better days.
that.
Yeah, that's something I'm so excited about. Not being a driver now is I'll be less tan.
Yeah, because you get so tan just being outside,
fucking
or just
hate-
like your arm.
I hate how tan I am.
Yeah, because you have so many tattoos.
Right. Yeah. It's also like it's hurting my money, but yeah.
Well, yeah, and you can't do any. You don't want to wake up and put sunscreen on every day.
No, and also I'm rubbing like my whole arm is grabbing so it wouldn't.
Yeah,
do
my
anything.
arms would get so black doing FedEx.
Yeah.
just because the boxes are dirty.
But
dude.
like the other day I wore like I don't even like wearing tank tops now because the tan lines are so hard. So
yeah, because your arms are super tan and then into white.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh, you're being a warehouse now.
Right. Yeah. And then I still get a drive, which is so nice.
Yeah, you still got to do a lot of things, dude.
It's
That's
everything.
awesome.
It's everything I've wanted. It's like it feels like things were leading to this.
Yeah, dude.
Like my days of welding, my days of driving. Still have to pass a background check though.
But you led yourself into this. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
you applied and then waited a month and a half.
Yeah, dude. Well, I gave up because that's the weird thing too is it hasn't hit yet because
it doesn't start till October.
right. That's also
Is it October 1?
I think. Well, it would be like the second. I think.
Yeah, but like the first. Yeah, okay.
So the rough thing is, first week of October it goes. I imagine we'll go out that weekend because Izzy's birthday is the 2nd.
Oh yeah.
So
'Cause we did that last year.
Yeah, and then so it'll be. I think the 1st is the Sunday.
Okay.
So her birthday's on Monday, which will be my first day.
Damn. So we'll probably go out that Saturday or something.
Yeah, and
End of
probably
September.
2 up down. And then the 3rd, that Tuesday, I have to host a variety show.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
So that's going to be so after my second day of work, I have to go do that. So it's just going to be a lot in 3 days.
Well, I remember it does when you're starting a new job takes so much energy.
Yes.
And then when you're doing things on top of it. Because I remember when I started my carpentry job, my last job I was at, the first day I was there, I went to Limp Bizkit the night of. And like I wanted to have fun and I did have fun, but then like I was like, it's a new job.
Yeah.
I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to wake up hungover or tired for day 2.
Yeah. So like,
So like I literally like had to cut the night early.
sure. Because like, yeah, the weekend I'll for sure, nothing on, just hang out on Sunday.
Yeah, just chilling.
Smoke in the morning. Yeah.
Have some coffee.
Just relax.
It is weird because it's just you just want to be ready.
And it will also
And once you're there
it's
for
like
a while,
first day of school
Yeah.
again. Like you have to meet new friends. Like you have to learn what you're doing.
my first day of my 3rd semester is Wednesday.
wild.
Isn't that insane, dude?
Because after this,
Third semester.
you'll be halfway done after this, right? Are you doing?
It's a 2-year program. So how does that work?
But also, you took summer
Yeah.
classes.
So I don't know exactly how the math's going to work out. So I don't know what a 2-year. I think 2-year. What is that? 4 semesters?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll be done by end of next summer. Because I'm guessing there'll be at the end.
You might have to take like
class.
1 or 2 classes after, because not everything's available over the summer.
Yeah, because there's been a class I haven't been able to get to, and that's video production 2, and I think it goes up to video production 5.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's frustrating.
Yeah, so it's like, because they only offer it at certain times, and it's
Sure.
like, yeah, so I already took the first one. But I'm excited, dude.
Me too.
Life is going well.
That's the weird part right now for me, is that I kind of have everything I need.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's what it should be like.
It's I love this family that walks by. It's this dad, and he's like a little rednecky, but it's like awesome. Like he's got a mullet and it's red, and he's got like a beer belly, and then there's just little kid that walks by. But I always hear them yelling at each other, like funny things.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they walk back and forth like a couple, like every day I see them, and it's so.
And they
funny.
just walked by the window, and we're just sitting in here talking about how we're succeeding in life.
It's
awesome.
it's nice.
It's
but, like,
nice.
I have a fiance. I have a house.
I have a new job.
Yeah. My car's okay. Could have a better car.
Might throw a car in there.
That's a thing.
You released a movie. Yeah.
You know, all I need to do is get back into working out, which I'm hoping.
Yeah, baby steps, dude.
I'm hoping with the new routine, I can like throw healthy shit into it.
And you won't be fucking tired.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
Like,
Because
I'm
FedEx
sure,
is like draining.
but I'm sure like it will be more work.
Yeah,
Or
but
not more work. It'll still be work.
But like on a hot day, obviously you'll be in a warehouse, but you won't be like in the sun.
Yeah, and also with this job, I think I'll be able to wear like a tank top and like
You'll probably be able to wear comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
You don't have to wear FedEx
which
clothes.
I couldn't as a welder either because I had to be completely covered.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like you're gonna like, wow, this is chill.
Kind of
dude.
like I'm hoping it'll be the best of every world I've experienced.
I think it is. I think it's gonna be badass.
God, what if they just like hit me or something? Like it's just horrible.
They abuse you. Jesus Christ.
I come home with a black
That's what
eye.
you're worried about? You're worried about getting hired in a new job that they beat you? I don't think companies do that.
Well, if they start
What if they go, how do you think we got this successful, bitch?
through blood.
Go clean the bathroom. Like you're just on bitch duty. I left a surprise in there for you. It's just all over the walls. Gross. This has been the Moist Monday podcast.
Speaking of all over the walls,
Yeah, all
thank you for
over.
tuning in.
Thank you for listening to this chaotic episode. But we talked about some cool things, cool, fun,
This is a good update
exciting
one.
things,
Yeah.
dude. And it's almost wet to ember. We haven't picked a
So
date yet,
nice.
but we're gonna do a power hour. I know a few people are gonna do it. You know, like a few listeners are gonna do it as well. I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah.
Just thank you for being a freaking moister.
Yeah.
Moist Mutual. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Moist Monday Podcast. Why don't you go on YouTube and subscribe?
Why don't you?
Why don't you go check out Game Over by New Peak Productions, our 48-hour film? Please do. I'm proud of it.
Me too.
Anything else you got? Send us an email. Moist Monday Podcast.
Sure,
You're
yeah.
just sitting there with a smile on his face. Are you high?
No.
you,
Just
you didn't seem like it, but now you're acting just really.
No, just high on life.
Oh, nice. The cereal. He snorted it. Bye, everybody.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.
That was my alarm clock this morning.
Was you can say?
Yeah, because I was gonna go to work early, and then woke up. And I was like, I want 15 minutes, but I already turned off my alarm, so I made a new alarm, and that was just that. I just moved an old alarm and just Yukin Sacks.
That's kind of nice.
It's not a horrible alarm.
Because it starts off kind of quiet. And then I don't know if that would make me happy or not. Depends on my mood in the morning, I guess.
Yes.
Sometimes it would drive me nuts.
Well, also the annoying thing after that is once I get in my car and my phone connects, it just starts playing it again.
Yeah, over the speakers.
Because it plays it off of Spotify, so that's now the Spotify song that's loaded.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so it's just Yukin Sacks again.
Which is a podcast. You can't skip it.
Yeah, I
You can
know.
do 15
That happens
seconds.
every time as I try to skip the song, and that's just 15 seconds, which is the exact same thing as what you like. The song repeats pretty quick.
You're stuck in a loop.